Hello everybody, welcome back everybody to another wonderful day at the agency. I'm your magnanimous host, Agent Q, and with me today in this 41st millennial hellscape is Yuki.
Hi, Yukikaze.
Now I might be sounding a little different today. We have a new mic. I know it's been 3 weeks. I swear I keep getting cursed with stuff that's happening on Sundays and stuff with this game. Just not able to finish anything because now, I believe we were hunting a death cult.
And you've gone into an ad break on your side.
All right, we're just getting reoriented. We can settle this. That's the problem. It's like I had my my ads turned up so we didn't have pre-rolls, but like the amount of ads that were just rolling with that I didn't feel was worth it either. But all right, let's see where we're going.
I think we were about to explore this nook over here.
And cutscene. Oh, yeah, like a knife fight.
Somehow that doesn't cause them to bleed at all.
I'm seeing blood gush from the two guys stabbing each other.
Well, when they slashed it was bleeding, but then they stabbed each other in the neck a few times and nothing happened.
Why are there just two guys stabbing each other?
Welcome to the 41st millennia, Vert. That just kind of happens. Which, oh, that kind of actually reminds me, Yuki. Did you keep up with any of the game stuff going on this weekend? Over the last couple days?
Which game stuff are you talking about? I've been mostly focused on the Final Fantasy /MTG release and the Switch 2 coming out.
Wouldn't it be 40
Okay, so there was, once again, there was the
past?
Final Fantasy Tactics release announcement.
I did see that, yeah.
And I just hit into... Oh my god, what?
Warp Star, right?
Oh, you're probably right.
Hope we get something besides sludge this time. Yep, that seems to be the food source. And it's getting barfed out of a metal skull's mouth.
Well, Vert, time into the 40th millennium, oh no, millennium, so 40,000, so the year 40,000 XXX, pretty much. Technically
Triple X, huh?
41st.
You would think things would be sexier in the Triple X.
Well, it's just because you haven't been to the realm of Slanesh yet. Tactics, the Digimon chime there, but also Owlcat Games released a trailer for their upcoming game.
Okay. I did see them announce something about a new game recently, because I'm in their Discord.
Yes,
Agent beating me with Slanesh jokes.
Oh, you want 40K lore, Vert? I am very well versed. I would say I am an intermediate expert on 40K at this point. But no, they have a new game a third-person action RPG set in the Expanse universe.
I don't know what the Expanse universe means.
It's a book / TV series. Originally, it was on Sci-Fi for 3 seasons. Got canceled, picked up by Amazon. Ran for 3 more seasons, and it's done or they're going to end it with a big movie. We are not entirely sure. I've heard it's done. I've also heard rumors of movie. It is a hard sci-fi series. And when I mean hard sci-fi, I mean they actually follow the laws of physics.
Not sci-fi fantasy.
Oh no, not very much. Okay, the game to auto-save. Wait for me to catch up here real quick, because I have the feeling something's about to happen.
The blindfolded old man looks like they're probably of importance.
Over there.
What did we spot?
That is a good question, Yuki. That's the one thing I really wish they would improve. Okay, it's one of the two things I wish they would add to this game is improved spotting and more voice acting. An old man in pitiful rags listens intensely to the sound of your footsteps. A stinking piece of cloth is wrapped around his eyes, with greenish pus oozing out from under it. The old man lays his trembling hands protectively on the heap of junk that serves as his bed as well as his table. An empty beggar's mug makes a clicking sound next to his withered leg.
And we're running into a lot of these, like, charity cases, and so far we've been not donating to any of them, as I recall.
Nope. No. They fend for themselves. If you donate, they get to be beggar. You are a basic 40K lore fan? That is probably 90% of the fan base, Vert. Don't feel bad about that. 40K, to get to where I like, even you, I would like to call it intermediate level of 40K lore fandom is basically what you need to become an expert Trekkie fan or Star Wars nerd. All right, what happened to your eyes? The void rats gnawed them out while I was asleep. Holy shit. And the sewer water my wounds were washed with was infected. Turns out the pain became a stinging feeling that wouldn't go away. It only got worse. All right, how does a blind old man like you survive in a place like this?
I am aware of that, and never feel bad.
People
Would you
help
like
me.
to
People,
discuss Jace,
good
the
people,
dumbest
not
and
so good ones,
strongest
too.
mind mage to ever
Streets is withered
magic?
lately around the slum. Jace the God, back in the day I packed a Jace the Mind Sculptor card. I had it stolen. I'm gonna forever be salty about that.
I once had someone steal half of my deck while I was playing.
Ow!
Literally, like, someone ran distraction to make me turn my head, and when I turned back, half of my deck was gone.
Glad it wasn't Mind Goblin.
That it wasn't Mind Goblin? I
think
have
you
also
just gave
been...
the guy food.
I did.
I don't know that you meant to do that.
One and it's done.
You want to reload that? You might have just screwed up.
That's a delay, hungry son. Ignore the beggars. I'll let that... Okay, hold on. Let's, I'll let that
Mind
go
Goblin.
for now.
Should I or should I not? I mean, it's
Well-
Agent. Mind Goblin D's nuts.
Ha ha ha. Hurt.
There is a strong chance that we will have just completely failed this entire piece of DLC.
Okay, Yuki, we will reload the last autosave.
Alright.
No, but I'm excited for Owlcat too because it looks like it has a lot of product. Like it looks like they put a lot of money and effort behind the new game, to the point where people are calling it a Mass Effect replacement.
Interesting.
Well, it's like I said, it's also a third-person action RPG, which from Owlcat.
Yeah, definitely not their usual forte, but the fact that it's something like that from Owlcat,
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
frankly, makes me a little bit suspicious that it's not gonna play very well.
I mean, the gameplay trailer looked good.
Done.
All right, let's. That dialogue option wasn't there before.
That's because we hadn't examined the crates before talking to him before.
Oh, okay. Those XT weapons usually shows word crates like those. I want to look inside. Oh, Appa, Zillman's voice sounds frightened and painful. How would something like that wind up the bottom of the bilge compartment?
Coercion 0.
But with J, we have a 79% chance. So let's try that. Oh, traitor! The old man's face widens in astonishment. Bows. Currently whispers, I've waited so long, hoping one day to serve Lord Captain, the crate. Cold voice filled with the promise of death mothers. Pathetic fool. That's our secrecy god right down the shitter, folks. We're gonna have to make some noise. Common worker, oh, that was a woman. Her face so nondescript, it looks almost scrunched off, is aiming at you that she produces seemingly out of nowhere. Leave no witnesses. I believe you dumbasses have made a mistake.
Take a knee and bow before me.
That is quite a few of them.
Yeah, it is, but you know what I have? Flamethrowers.
And a blade dancer.
Argenta, let's put you... No, I'm actually pretty happy with where you're at.
You actually get to move people? To me, it just says we're ambushed.
Oh. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's see here. Front line.
Okay, these are pretty weak dudes for the most part.
I'm gonna put that over there for you. Midline is here. And rear is here. I still need to figure out if we can modify these.
Okay, let's try not to accidentally kill the foreman. He seems to be on our side.
I will attempt it.
Make no promises.
Well, yeah. Let's see here. That's Argenta, voice of command. Just have you do it, bring it down right away. Oh, oop. All right. I took the flamethrower off of her.
Also, she has someone in melee range, so that could be a problem.
Yeah, maybe. Let's try it.
Very nice.
Alright, I missed. Okay, we're good. Alright, now Argenta. Let's see here. Wildfire.
You want to take out that cluster on the left?
Yeah, hold on. I just need to remember what does what on her ability chart here.
I say left as though your screen is for sure rotated the same way as mine.
Yeah.
Stage left if we're facing the vat.
I think you meant this cluster, so let's blow them up.
Correct. That cluster.
You can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, I should have started with that.
Haven't played in
right.
a few weeks, problems.
Yeah, this has been the inconsistency here. Especially since we've gotten to mid-game and have all of our, or have a good chunk of abilities going on now. Yep, I did put the front line towards that second clump of enemies there too, so you should have, if you get bonus defenses or you hit more often with that. Oh, drat. That's... if you want to start finishing a bunch off, go ahead and use your super too.
Noted.
I think your death waltz will just about get us through a good chunk of this.
Lost.
Oh, come on, you son of a bitch. Well, low-level enemies are not a challenge anymore, are they?
They kind of were never really much of a challenge for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I could use the super just to finish this one guy off, I guess.
No, it's...
Feels like overkill.
I mean, yeah.
Emperor, protect me.
That was the guy I tried to shoot earlier.
I didn't even see that guy.
Whoa! I want a medal for that one.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Missed.
Misses like every time for me too. Don't worry.
All right, that's done. I just 2 health, 2 little itty bitty health. That's just. Moves per 5. Momentum gained by the master's skill.
Abelard is up. That's what's going on.
Oh, I thought you were reading through his stuff to try to plan something, because he...
I will do my duty.
Alright, what the hell's left?
There's
Alright.
this one guy next to me
Nothing of value.
who made the mistake of trying to move.
Are you alright, Lord Captain? These cutthroats didn't hurt you, I hope. The locals and their enforcers call me the foreman. I have no other name. You may say I am in charge here, in this hole of a place. That guy's the shaggy red beard and the keen black eyes. This is the man who was watching you during the encounter with the enforcer and the station workers. What the throne's name was that? I'm not sure. Perhaps those freeloaders believed in the tales of Nemesis. As it happens, I've complained to the to Captain Fuson and about some idiots who've been painting pictures on walls, inciting people. And what did he say? I've got everything under control. Had I known it would come to this, I would have nabbed those sods and thrown them in the Palestine pits myself, and now we've persuaded by enforcing to no end. Void dab them all. All right, who is this Nemeside? Just a story they tell around here. There's this chap they say wanders the lower decks helping the poor who can't earn a living for themselves and standing up to the officers and forces in defense of the weak. Except it's just a story and nothing more. All right, I'll speak with Captain Friendzone about what happened. Well, in your case, he'll certainly hear you out, won't he? He grins and cites his broken ribs. You know. All right, I saw you near the marketplace. What were you doing? Watching one of my workers take a beating. I feel sorry for the lad, but nothing I could do. Robin smiles weirdly, showing his yellow teeth. Almost all the front have been knocked out. I've stuck my neck out in the past. Not doing it again. All right, what are you cooking in that vat? Believe it or not, this soup's made from
Old slime.
From old slime, and technical drain water has been simmering here in this vat for at least 200 years non-stop. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to throw up right now. See the growth on the walls over there? We harvest it, dry it, and use it to season the soup. Oh dear God. If we're lucky, the smell attracts a void rat and someone gets to have meat in their bowl. If those who can even earn a ration card, I feel in exchange for services or favors, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. People keep an eye on the workers trying to eat 2 bulls in one sitting. One is enough to fill your stomach for an entire watch. Some complain about the taste, of course. It grates. I seek the Blood Wolf Temple. Do you know where it is? The cultists don't let people like me, their rights and mysteries. I'm grateful to them for their service to the God Emperor, but to be honest, I can't give a hide to their love of death. I'm too fond of living. Have a good day. All right, we've learned. Don't ask about the soup.
Well, we found some goods. Including some kind of laser pistol.
Lots of knives.
Oh, more goods? Well, we also didn't loot all the guys.
That's what I'm working on right now.
Oh, yep, there's that moss he was talking about.
I need some goods.
Hey, we found a blood-spun web symbol.
And more goods, and I'm having trouble zooming in now.
Pay attention.
Oh, I found a trap.
Ooh.
Excellence matters.
Who beggars rattling their alms bugs and occasionally displaying their hunger-sucking bellies. Various toothless man falls to his knees for you. Your lordship, spare a throat for those who can't even get to
The worst jobs. They're slurring like they're drunk.
Ignore the beggar. Put your eyes. I keep accidentally clicking my people individually.
Give your gift
camera...
to the one who sees nothing but hears everything, then the truth will be revealed to you. Crumpled scrap of paper that we're looting.
So the beggar. So we were supposed to kill those people, it sounds
Light
like.
of terror, guide our way.
The autosave's kicking in again. Death. Oh, they're... I think I'll throw him into the fan. Soup. All right, they just damaged my pro. All right, the specimen before you must be the most repellent inhabitants of the compartment. Covered in sores, bald patches, glistening with pus and stench of unwashed body, bearing a tear to your eye. One of the glowers at you and grunts, "What you want?"
Not gonna grill him for information first.
Oh, can you see what I'm highlighting, or did you just?
Yeah, I can see what you're highlighting.
Assume? I don't like that attack. They damage her. Okay, I
mean, I'm sure it will lead to combat eventually, but we can always pump them for information first.
On your knees, insolent scum. Another burst into hoarse, gurgling crackle. Lord Captain, our shithole, and I'm St. Durus, and here's my regalia. Armpit riddled with boils. In Argenta?
Yeah. Argenta towers over the freak, looking immaculate and unaffected.
Even meeting wretched heretics such as this brings me joy. Wiping out even a drop of corruption is still a worthy deed.
Trembling. Take a note of his hysteria and the vagrant's laughter. The fingers of many are convulsed and trembling. Something in the vicious way they look at you, in indifference to death. Too strange and unnatural.
Oh. They're, followers of that pestilence god, huh?
Nurgland. Okay, what crime did you kill it, man? Now I'm alerted. For the crime of wealth, the bastard had rations and fuel cells. We'll trade them for porridge. Oh, that was just murder. Yep. Great attack. You are sentenced to death for committing murder on my ship. Bears his black stumps that are his teeth. We'll get to trade what you have, a pile of scrap. Hey, outcast, come up if you want to share the spoils.
Why did my camera jump over here?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. Where the fuck am I?
Okay, how many? Okay, there's more dudes up there. And the group up there. And one random guy over there. Okay.
That's not a fuel tank, is it?
It could be. I think I'll position Yuki over here to take out this group.
Okay, I was gonna have Argenta deal with the group right in front that we were actually talking to, unless you were wanting to deal with them.
Yeah, that's fine. It's an Abelard up here to deal with that guy.
Yeah, because it looks like the group on our flanks are gonna get to attack first, so okay, I should be good here. Oh, it looks like you finished at the same time I did. Okay, rear, let's go with here.
Oh, that's right. Abelard still has like a broken leg or something. That's why I can't position him very far.
Mid there, and I'll put the front right there for the moment.
I didn't even notice that group. Okay. Maybe I'll let Abelard deal with them and... They're like mid-range guys. There's a amount of HP on them.
Yep. Oh, I can't actually see him. What the fuck? Alright, let's get this guy. there any more people around? Okay, so
Already done.
there we go. Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with mid-level guys that are all clumped up like that. You really can't,
Another clean strike.
might be able to just cleave two of them to death.
That's the plan. But I had a couple of buffs to do first.
All too easy.
Oh. They explode into noxious death. Got it.
Suits my purpose.
Hey, your lethality is going up.
Not a problem for me. Suits my purposes. Was your biggest mistake. All too easy.
All right, all good there.
I shall exit the death cloud.
Hopefully.
I think I'm out of range of it, but I'm not totally sure.
A little hard to tell some of these.
Suits my purposes.
I serve the ruinous powers. Ah!
Okay, let's see here. Let's do this again. All right, one more time. That should just about... Come on! Oh, I'm almost tempted just to start firing with her. No, we'll leave that for now.
Out of my way. Ah! Guides me.
Oh, these are fucking cultists. They're screaming for chaos and shit. So yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure they just got healed by walking through the pestilence.
Yeah, so these are filthy chaos scum. Terminate with... I was gonna say...
Request approved.
Terminate with... What am I trying to say here? It's terminate...
Extreme
Terminate
prejudice?
with... Yeah, there we go. That's what I was thinking of.
The undesired non-combat is an equation. Your life is innate.
Yeah, downside, it doesn't look like, Pascal's going to be overly useful. Not bad. Pascal's not bad in any term, but fleshy enemies are not his specialty.
That's fine. That's what we've got Yuki for.
Yeah. Alright, what the hell does this ability do? Okay, yeah, she is, not bad at as a dual-wielding pistol user. Shit.
When dying, this creature creates a plague cloud that heals its allies and damages enemies until the end of combat. Super.
I mean, we've got we're about half gone at this point.
Reduce to dust.
Maybe I should have walked up and killed that one and then charged later. Probably would have made more sense.
If you can do that, that's the one thing I'm still not certain of on this game is how movement-based abilities work, or movement in general works. It feels like compared to when you're using abilities.
Charge seems to be kind of a charge and like death from above definitely work, even when you're out of movement or have already moved. So abilities that cause you to move seem to be okay, as long as you meet the requirements.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, round 2. All right, I'm gonna move the front line to help Argenta here because not too good at that kind of stuff. Out of cover, but better range. That, but we want me to buff Pascal or Abelard.
Pascal's up next, so probably him.
Okay, buffing Pascal. And shit, that was Blissful Dodge. And I'm gonna pop Argenta to make sure both these guys die. Let's start with fire.
Nothing escaped the Emperor's judgment.
Some more fire.
That'll do.
No joke, holy crap, the Infernal Pistol. Okay. Was not expecting that level of just get wrecked. Reload? Oh, all right, that wasn't her turn. That was my turn. Okay, Yuki, you're free to move.
Yeah, about that. And walk as far as here. But I
If you want to just...
can't get in range.
You want to just Death Waltz over there with the ulti?
Oh yeah, I guess it is just in range, huh?
Yep, and those are the last 3, so no reason not to use it.
Unavailable.
I'll pass. I don't have time for this.
I mean, in
Maybe
fact, not quite be close enough.
Well, you can shoot him with your needle.
Nothing I can't do.
All right.
Hang on. We can still do more stuff here.
Already done.
You have.
It's not likely to do anything, but... Huh?
You had one more movement there, too, for some reason.
Weird?
I'm not too sure.
No, I think that's just the zone that you say.
Absolutely not.
I don't know why that's saying unavailable.
I shouldn't have a zone up there right now. My zones are all down here.
Weird?
Yeah, that's the gas zone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, that's why Argento was doing so much damage. I turned her frontline zone into a certain death area, so all enemies had disadvantage on all dodging or blocking rolls.
Is that my blood?
Oh, Argent is up.
That was weird. Oh, she killed the guy at Mark, so she got an extra turn, right.
Worse.
Yep, and Pascal is buffed currently too, so. Yeah, I'm definitely telling you now that it's all coming back, like, once you start rolling up the buffs, you really start putting out the damage, don't you?
Yeah.
I think that'll hit you, Yuki, though.
Oh, there we go. Brutal strike. That's the way to go.
Well, that was two of them.
Running binary override.
Oh, either way, we got Albillard coming up next, so. Or here. Go finish him off, Yuki.
Nothing I can't do. Didn't stand a chance.
With pleasure.
Ugh, I don't really want, like, looting Nurgle
Something of interest.
corpses, but
I rise to
loot
the
is loot,
occasion.
right?
Right?
I did fine. Excellence matters.
Medicaid check.
This explorator is
One of them is.
blessed with multifunctionality.
Alright.
Oh, I found another symbol.
I think it was this guy. Figure of decayed tatters is rocking to and fro, muttering distinctly in several different voices, occasionally breaking into hoarse laughter. Come closer. She freezes and turns slowly to you. An ugly, rusted mask covers her face.
Are you here to take the dinner to the other side? No. You're just wandering around in the dark, looking for the light, but it's nowhere to be found. Do you really not see it?
There's that bloodstone next to you. Have you seen such marks before? This is another part of the song, Trailing Blood.
Oh yes, the song. Here, listen. She wandered an eternity in the dark, yet was consoled. The web foretold, a dying one's blood secrets glowed, a light to guide her faithful fold. but threads must end. And so the spider did that which was owed, her life and death to ship bestowed.
To become the flagship's blood. Oh. The final test, this time they want you to make a sacrifice. One more to interpret the entire mystical search as a representation of the saint's journey. And the logical conclusion is that you are supposed to sacrifice yourself to merge with the blood that has drenched the flagship from bow to stern.
He laughs again.
And you'll see if you learn to see. Look into the darkness, look!
Alright, let's peer into the darkness of my own ship.
Ease into the void.
Yep. You peer into the darkness. You are gradually able to make out the outline of objects hidden in the shadows, rotting corpses, rough walls, the twitching death throes of infected people left here to die. See no light in this place, only more darkness and despair.
You don't see it, do you? You don't see?
Nadina shakes her head frantically and starts tearing off her rags. Strips of her decaying flesh peel off along with them.
You'll not see until you become like Zdena, the flesh and blood of the ship.
Alright, how do I become the flagship's blood?
Oh, Zdena will show you, and you'll see the true light. Come now!
I won't tolerate weakness.
Am I supposed to... Okay.
Oh, you triggered an event.
Okay, you ready to jump, Yuki?
Sounds like a plan. What could go wrong?
The process is nothing but a senseless and brutal death. Slipping past them requires some reasonably precise calculations or blind luck. While listening to the air currents for a moment, you think you hear Zeus whisper praise rising from the depths of the shafts.
I don't suppose you can quick save here.
I did before I started.
Okay.
Pray to the Emperor. I put my life in thy. I believe that thou will protect. Yeah, all doubt fades. Somehow you know with certainty that your life will not end here. Jump!
It's not moving that fast. It feels like you could land on one of the blades and then just kind of step through if you needed to.
Yep. We also had a 100% chance with the Abelard's athletic skill. Funny enough, yeah, it used Abelard's athletics for that test.
Yeah, it's just game link mechanics, right?
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, you have a suspicious rash. Permanent.
Carry reduced by 10. Athletics check.
World.
Death cultist.
Nice, skeleton emperor with an ever-bleeding heart you've got there.
What? Ooh. Ah, he's even got his laurels and iron halo on him.
Oh, you're now also fatigued.
Yeah, I did the test a minute there. Oh, there was goods up there I missed.
There's some goods ahead, too.
I'll pass on those for the moment. And another load screen. Okay, that was interesting. At least I get to keep my chair up, right? Well, it serves death cult beds. These bones of the deceased comrades in their bed. Oh, that's cool. They live in sarcophagus, and you get to sleep with a corpse.
Nice.
Ah!
I did fine.
While making you feel dizzy, such substances known as indicate visions of hallucinogens. Oh, wow. Yeah, like the blood is pouring through several things.
Mm-hmm. Literal river of blood.
Oh, hey, it's all you guys.
Who's
Very
clearly
old.
not a vampire.
No, those... Okay, weirdly enough, vampires are actually part of the loyalist groups in the 40K universe for the Imperium. I'm not joking.
I'm not doubting you.
A very old man, graybeard, tinted with blood, folds his wrinkled hands in a ritual gesture. His body is covered in scars, some old, some fresh. His eyes are sewn tightly shut. His mouth is cleft at both corners, making his jaw seem eerily snake-like.
So he's the Joker.
And the Lord of the Ark walked the path of unlife in footsteps of the web's very first spinner, and the servants of death bowed before him, for the Daemon is the giver of life. The old man goes still, his head turned to the side. He nods towards the temple's muffled silence. Yes, yes, truth like a stream pours from your lips. We welcome him as the tenants demand. A thin blade appears in the old man's trembling hands, although his arms are stiff and look like they can barely bend. The next instant, the Dynas symbol is etched on his forehead, dripping blood. With a brief motion, he flicks the blood off his blade, and several drops land on your face. The blood-spun web welcomes its new lord. I am Visasir. For many years we have waited, and now you are here. We have waited, whispers echo his words from the shadows. All right, what do you mean you've waited many years? Not so long ago that I made my acquaintance with the cult. As I delve into my divinations from the flesh and blood of the departed ones, I turn to a relic most ancient and priceless. It is his tarot, inherited by the cult from the matriarch spider, who spun the first thread. One of the readings I did back when I still had the strength to leave the temple and usher souls on their final journey. That was when, in the indicated tangle of destiny, I glimpsed our meeting. But when we would meet, alas, was not revealed to me, so we waited year after year, and now the hour has come. Business here, is that some kind of title? Is the name of the first spinner, the one who has learnt the wisdom of the tenets of the web in order to lead others. I may have duty to instruct the spin bloody threads, but in all other ways I am much his servant, and yours to anyone else in this temple. So I just walked my companions in here the normal way while I was forced to take that jump. The spinners guided them along a different trail. You had to take the first step. Only you were meant to become the flagship's blood dominant. There was no reason to test the faith of those who followed you, for this burden was not for their lord to bear. How did you manage to erect an entire temple without anybody noticing? I feel like that's very impertinent here. More importantly, where's the blood coming from? I mean, I understand we're on a big... Okay. Compared to most Imperial ships, we are on a mid-class ship, which is horrifying. Followers of the cult once inhabited the tunnels between the bay's bulkheads till the threads of fate were tangled, and a daemon of ages past gave us this compartment. We set ourselves to building spacious halls where the shadows, the images of him, and the spinners themselves would whisper of death, and thus the temple that has begun to change with the succession of viziers and the cult's generations. We are building it slowly but surely.
I think actually, according to that infographic you showed me, we're in like the second smallest type of ship.
To be fair, the larger ships that were shown in that graphic were like big capital ships and other like fleet level ships. It's one of those, like, you think the Navy has tons of battleships, so it's like, no, like the Navy has like 2 battleships, a couple carriers, and the rest is like smaller, like a couple cruisers, and then mostly destroyers and frigates. So by scale, yes, we are on one of the smaller ships. On average, about a mid-sized ship.
I see.
Oh, I should show you the rock or the oh, what the hell was that called? The phalanx at some point. Those things are nuts. All right, why did you invite me here? Death whispered your name and condemned us to honor you with a sacred ritual, but only inside the temple can the spinners perform. They are suddenly distracted by someone invisible and nods towards the empty space. Yes, we are glad he has reached this place. We are glad to serve. All right, I have walked the path of the matriarch spider. What now? The song of trailing blood tells of a path fraught with trials. By accepting it and setting out on the path, you passed the first one, the trial of resolve. For not everyone is prepared to shun their fear and doubt and embark on a search for the unknown, a search for death. The trial of compassion was the second. You passed it when you put yourself, albeit briefly, in the service of another soul, a man suffering from burns. The choice between life and death is to be made only by those willing to take responsibility for the pain of another. The third trial was the trial of justice. In assuming the role of judge for an apostate of our faith, you declared your right to influence the balance of life and death that the errant soul had upset. And the fourth was the trial of duty, for duty always leads to death. We are prepared to render our duty to the undying one, fearless and accepting of our purpose, which is to serve him. You too have proven yourself prepared to, in the four trials have been brought to you. The path of walk has helped me understand myself better. Alright, the path I have walked has helped me understand myself better. For the tenets teach us that the lesson learned is in itself the supreme reward for those who is open to self-discovery. Fair shone shut eyes seem to peer into your face, studying it. He turns away, speaks into empty space again. Peace, my brother. The time has almost come. All right. Your eyes are sewn shut. Is that a trial or is you just blind? I was sighted for much of my life until a disciple of mine violated the tenets, and I realized just how blind I had been. A lesson, but a bitter one. To look with one's eyes alone is to be easily fooled, but the heart cannot be lied to. Such is the truth, and such was my choice. I sealed my eyelids with the geese of true sight. Now I see more and better. Who are you talking to? Turns his head as if looking around the temple. I see echoes of those who come before us and those who were with us, who have since crossed over to the other side. My brothers and sisters raised by the cult. I hear them from beyond their deaths. They share their wisdom. I heed them. The other spinners hear not, for the burden is mine to bear alone. So this entire conversation is another test, I imagine. A smile graces the Vizar's luscious lips?
Bluish lips.
Bluish lips, okay. The tenets command us to be prepared for all trials, corporeal and spiritual alike. Are you prepared, dominant Agent Q? Oh god, I've seen a bunch of warp fluctuations going on. Mouth closed as you could hear his whisper, a prickling sensation in your face. It's making hallucinations. You raise your hand to your cheek, only to realize you can feel it. You look at your palm and see a few smudges, drops of blood from the Vizar's blade. A strange, serene calm envelops your body. Your fatigue subsides and you see to float in the air, seeing things you had not noticed before. Shadows in the corners. You see things you've not seen most before. The shadows in the corners taking on shape and color. The subdued lumen light playing on the cultist bone masks. Are they really masks? Their tall, lean, empty eyes wavers might as well be dead people. A chill runs up your spine. One moment, the walls of death sanctums grow infinitely wide. The next, they are so narrow, make it hard to breathe. The floor dances under your feet. The undying Impler's state seems to shake with the threat. It looks down upon you. Okay, what's the meaning of this? Your heart is beating slowly. Your breathing has become deeper, and your thoughts muddled. You seem to be under the influence of a potent stimulant. I would say hallucinogen, but all right. And what happens now? That is for you to tell me. You look at the Vizar in his trembling frames. He was small and facile. A single step, and it's all it would take to crush him. Visions are starting to wear off, and you now see the old man towers over you. He engaged, his sealed eyes studying your every movement, waiting for a response. No, you're gonna raise a. No, you are gonna raise a first. Servant of death. Servant of death. Hisses the echoed whispers from the temple, and the Vizar bows his head. You have become the blood of the flagship. Now you have become one of his faithful servants. We may not name you a spinner, for a spinner thread demands the forsaking of one's previous life, but the blood-spun web will accept you. The tenants allow it, but only for a dominant who has followed the trials of blood to the end. Oh, hey, I'm gonna get baptized.
In the bloodstream.
I don't think the blood waterfall.
Yep.
Exactly what I was thinking too.
Oh, the heart is comprised of a bunch of bodies.
Remember, we're the good guys. Upon the ritual performance, the undying Emperor's feet, under the keen gaze of his dark, empty eye sockets, he'll completely sniff it. Surprisingly, the thick blood pouring from his hands onto your brow, chest, and shoulders is still warm. Ah! Oh, hey, taste the blood.
Delicious blood.
bowed before his image, the visitor assumes the ceremonial posture with incredible ease, his withered body moving swiftly and soundlessly. You are slowly plunged into darkness to the sound of ritual chants and swishing blades. Amid the noise of spinning blood and cultist whispers, you hear the words, "Death has spoken your name, Domin Agent Q. Death accepts you." Offer a prayer to the undying Emperor. Each word consists of him echoes in your temple and chest. Your veins become hot and your blood turns to liquid flame. You have no fear in you. A whisper seems to come from above. For the Emperor's lips of stone, I see you. Could the lingering intoxication still be playing tricks on your mind? Strange rash you developed in the frailite line pestilence pit grows pale and scabs over. A healing grace descends upon you. Okay, I was actually kind of worried about that. No, you do not want to fuck with Nurgle anything ever. I don't know, you might want to. I feel like you're the kind of person who would love the blessing of Nurgle.
Oh?
Hey, you get, while you are eternally diseased and sickened, you don't feel it. So all the pros of being terminally ill constantly without any of the negatives.
Enlighten me as to the pros of being terminally ill constantly.
You don't feel pain?
No, that seems to be a pro of the other part.
Oh, okay. You don't feel pain. It's almost impossible to kill. And
so you're Deadpool.
You know, you're not wrong. You pretty much. The blessing of Nurgle basically makes you Deadpool.
Although technically Deadpool can feel pain. He's just so crazy he doesn't act like it.
Well, that's kind of what the blessing of Nurgle does. You still feel it, but you just don't care anymore.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's basically Deadpool.
Yeah. No, that's kind of going over with a buddy of mine with like all the gods. Like, you know what? Each of the gods like give you a good blessing. Like Khorne gives you like increased speed and endurance and strength, but you're constantly angry and wanting to kill people. Slanesh prevents you from ODing on anything ever, but you are now a drug addict. Or just addict, I guess I should say. And Tzeentch will give you, oh hey, you get future sight or great magics. It'll probably fuck you over in the long run. You'll never see it coming, but it'll fuck you over somehow. All right. I felt as if the God Emperor was watching me. Too many. He comes during their time of service. An image of blood and whisper from the shadows, but remember that those are mere visions, for true death will not come for you until your time, and it will take your soul gently in its bony hands. Blood Warden. So I'll add it to my many other titles. Are you part of the Bloodspun Web? Remember henceforth to beware of vanity, for it leaves gaping rents in the armor of one's soul. So the ritual's done. The ritual is complete, but you are not. Such gestures from one of the cultists who was carefully holding a strange garment. Come closer. For years we have maintained fealty to the Domin. We have collected sacred symbols and relics. You're the first in 3 generations of lords and ladies to grace this sanctum, and the first of them all to be initiated. So we are grateful. We are uplifted in his spirit. Hear our exaltation. Accept this gift of vestment sewn from the bones of his faithful with the threads of death.
Bones don't seem like they make a very good material, but okay.
Yeah, you put enough faith and runes and chants and stuff into them, sure they would. Let's prepare to the undone chants in dialogue.
Congratulations. Wow, that looks like the worst toilet. I'm sure it's an altar, but...
What? Where are you looking
near
at?
the cherub, kind of. Well, I guess not, actually. Okay, so, like, above you, there's that platform with a death cultist. If you turn the camera around to look behind them...
Yeah, it's not, yeah, it's like, what do you call it, things that have holy water in them at, like, churches?
Don't know. I'm not aware of the term for that, to be honest.
I can describe. Alright, you do have control of your people again, so if you want to, like, look around and see if we have any other things to loot.
I, in fact, do not.
You should. Alright, alright,
Oh,
I
no,
will,
there it goes. I had to manually select them first to even get the portraits to appear.
Yep, oh yeah, we do have the, Death Cultist plate, which, armor, that. If you would like to equip the Spinner Ritual Vestment, that looks like your type of character's armor, Yuki.
Swipe this chameleon line cloak as well. 10% dodge. Seems up my alley.
Okay, and how do we get out of here, actually? No, seriously, like...
The blood-spun web. It is both frightening and awe-inspiring.
Thank you, Argenta.
As is the fact that they have managed to claim a whole compartment to themselves, and the officers somehow fail to notice. I shall conduct an inspection.
Yes, thank you, Abelard, for that. I was quite curious about that myself. All right, are you done checking through equipment, Yuki, or would you like another second?
I think so, unless we picked up any weapons.
I mean, we picked up a ton of weapons. They've all been garbage, though, so...
I meant just now.
Nope. Wait, we have a fucking autocannon in our inventory?
Oh, what's this 90% athletics check over here?
You usually have Pascal
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Sounds good. This knife grants its wielder a special ability called Crimson Rage.
That sounds useful.
And Spinner's Blade. Sword.
Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of other weapons I don't remember seeing before.
How to... Ah, there we go. Wielder can suffer damage equal to 25% of their maximum wounds to regain 1 AP, multiple times per turn as long as the wielder has at least 50% wounds. Interesting.
It's about time.
We do have a marksman rifle. That's...
What is that?
Okay, we're not going to be using that then.
Some hidden good. chest up here?
I do not believe I've looted anything.
Okay, a ring called the Blood Drinker. Whenever the wearer makes a melee attack, they regain 1 wound.
Oh, we also have the Martyr's Bone Charm now. Worn by a Death Cult Assassin, when the wearer gains a stack of Blood Bless, they also gain 10 toughness for 2 rounds. Okay, yeah, there was a ton of Death Cult stuff we might want to check into there, Yuki. On the other hand, I feel like I should be looking around this room a little bit more now because holy fuck, was that some good loot.
Oh, I think, this will only work for the DLC character, because they have to be a Death Cult Assassin specifically.
Oh, and you're not?
No. It's not the class, it's like an origin.
Ah, okay. Okay. Wait, don't I have that at this point then?
I don't think so, but you can check. So you got that like title, but I don't think it makes you a Blood Cult Assassin.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm looking at my stats. I have 40 fellowship. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Ready to go back to the bridge, or?
I think so.
The way to what? Report his finger. The path to where the lay people dwell is complex. Web-like, let me show you.
Oh, you didn't decide to talk to the enforcer dude?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Let's talk to him really quick. Let's...
I think once you teleport out of there, we can't anymore.
And maybe it looked like it might be added to the list of places we can go on the ship from now on. Has acquired a few wounds since he last conversed. Half of his ear is gone, and you notice that he is wearing bloody bandages under his uniform. Seeing you, he quickly injects himself a stimulant and straightens. How may I serve the Lord Captain? All right, enforcers have been appraising ration cards from workers returning from their shifts. Why is that? Are you short on provisions? The compartment has just enough food to avoid starvation, Lord Captain. This is why the enforcers are making sure that no serf has more cards than they're supposed to. They used to rip out people's tongues for it, but I reduced the punishment to simple beating the thieves and confiscating all their cards. The orders are to give these cards to workers who are starving due to a lack of work shifts. Not that it helps them much, but it's better than nothing. Scoffs. There are enforcers guilty of misappropriation of counterfeit items. Yes. Do these caught stealing receive severe punishment? Absolutely. All right, I finished inspecting the bay. Will there be any orders based on the inspection conclusion? Ooh, we have all 3 on here. Ironclad. I think they need to serve the freight properly. Food and medicines will deliver to the bay, and you are to demote any enforcers who are found abiding the authority. As workers, only harsh measures will bring order to the bay. Establish in execution quota. Strip all criminals, enforce the rank, and burn away all crime. Any idlers are to be given a job. You cannot do anything useful. Sermonize them. Or mandatory sermons and spread the word of faith. Cool.
Why does...
So all...
Oh, Iconoclast has something next to it because it requires us to give them stuff. Got it.
Ah. Radicals, well, the source of all this compartment woes are hunger and poverty, which are driven by those people. Any petty crimes, I'm sure they would have done something by now. Certain rules that the follow are simple too. Listening. Dogmatic. Oh, so we've dedicated the fate lines of our thing. Nice. I kept not dealing. Will do. We will increase the pressure on the untrustworthy elements. Conduct a search and interrogate to uncover criminals. We'll heard the rebel prayers and service. Remind them your lordship's law is a stern one. The Void Trader gained the faultless transport. Flagship weapons deal 5% more damage and gain 5% more critical chance. By virtue of strict discipline, the freight lines deliver munitions with only minimal delay. The crews of the artillery bays now have more time to calibrate and maintain the ship's weapons. Damn, that's actually really useful. All right, were you in a shootout? It's been a raid on a local gang. Finally cleared out the scoundrels who were smuggling goods to neighboring compartments. No one escaped. And
that would be those folks that we let go earlier.
Well, they were dealt with either way, so not my problem anymore. Who dared? I asked this once. How did wretches from the lower decks get their hands on a crate of auto guns? Unholy powers. Yeah, let's go deal with that. You went to the pestilence pit. You into the pestilence pit. On the stairs off to this as he speaks. Pardon me, Lord Captain. I just can't even begin to find the words I would use if I had to tell the Master at Arms that you had perished there. Here up the stiples early. Forces do regular checks to see if there are any dangerous blight-stricken rejects hiding at the bottom of the bay. Please, Lord Captain, leave this job to us. Oh yeah, how did they get auto guns? Auto guns. Purple spots appear on his face. Warp, take me. They couldn't have bypassed security of a munitions train and walked away with the cargo without the help from someone of the enforcers. I executed one. Oh, did that actually go through today, or did your bot kill it?
I don't know. You're talking about one of your advertisements?
Yeah.
It just says Agent Q123's announcement on my side. Oh no, that's for the ad break?
Well, let's test that really quick.
Test.
Did that pop up on your side?
I see the test.
Okay, yeah, my, I guess it just doesn't pop up on your side anymore. Neat.
Oh, that's useful.
Yep, alright. Walked away the cargo, someone enforced. I executed one reprobate for who was terrifying weapons not too long ago, but even the moron wasn't so greedy and stupid to arm the rabble with auto guns. For the diligence honor enforcer, I will find the maggot and shove their heads under a prancing train. Are connected to Nemesite. Herman, you wouldn't believe the kinds of thugs he welcomes at his vat. I agree the sympathizer of Nemesite archery cause may be invalid in this outrage, but I don't trust the form and character. He knows everyone in the bay. He sees everything. But he never is forms on one of his own. He only complains about problems I'm already well aware of. Now you see the whole picture. Deal with this menace. Yes, Lord Captain. The Emperor texts Lord Captain.
These have passed.
Operate according to new procedures. All right. Yep.
It's just a random enforcer, apparently.
Yeah. Why did it put us? Does it want us to read? No. Okay, no. What is this? All right, let's
Activating motive force reserves.
Okay, weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it decided to toss us down there.
All right, to another compartment. Void ship. Okay, let's go to the bridge. Oh, the shrine's probably the Bloodspun cult. Okay, so yeah. Hey, on the plus side, the cultists are now very loyal. We got some nice gear, and our ship fires a little faster. Or wait, was it fires faster or does more damage, or was it more accuracy?
It's more damage and more crit rate.
All right, yeah, I can live with that. Although, to be fair, I think our torpedoes were doing the heavy lifting in our last fight.
This is true.
All right. Cross Expanse map.
So many loading screens.
Which, we're also going to hit the, trophies and a bunch of fuel. More fuel.
Does 120% mean we're already maxed out on that, or?
I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what we got in this planet. We've one extraction. What's this? Photographers chroniclers know this place well. Long ago, the planet was a precarious outpost capable of ellipsing even footfall. There used to be a Cyclopean tomb station on its orbit. Final resting place of Cornelia Sato, one of the discoverers of the Cross Expanse. Tomb gave its name to the entire system. However, about 400 years ago, an unknown cosmic body rammed into the station, causing it to collapse into the planet. Not only did the catastrophe kill the settlers, it also made the world uninhabitable for centuries. The creator informed the station's impact can still be observed from orbit. Scoto's tomb became a sepulchre for the entire planet. Knowing nasty tricks of life can pull a treasure of its own. Yeah, we're gonna throw our last extraction point here.
Is our first plasteel source?
Yep. All right.
What about the tomb? Can we actually do anything with it?
That was just the little text bit there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it says already explored. Alright.
Yep.
Why are we flying to the middle of nowhere?
I clicked a little bit there. Where is the... Oh, there it is. I was looking for the button to open up the sector map, I guess would be the word for it.
Yeah. Okay. So see those points down at the bottom, the navigator's insight? Using those reduces the danger level of the lines that we can traverse.
Okay.
So if you were to click that, it should reduce that to a green from a yellow, presumably.
Maybe you have to go there for. Maybe it does like ones you've traveled to. So.
No. So the thing at the bottom, the steering
Yep,
wheel
no,
icon, is clickable.
Yep. That's what I just did. That's the big scan.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, like there's places like all over now. Okay, so all right, yeah, let's travel here.
Permission to report, Lord Captain. I keep receiving messages about strange behaviors in certain ship systems. All decks report the uncontrollable opening and closing of doors, gates, and airlocks. They behave erratically and do not obey the operator's command. Regrettably, it has led to casualties among the crew. The tech priests have explained that these phenomena are being caused by the machine spirits' irascibility and have spent hours chanting litanies to soothe their anger. Unfortunately, many of the crew members were badly injured before the prayers could stabilize the systems.
So that would be the bad thing that happened for us going over a yellow line, I guess.
Yep. Nope, can't click on anything. So
Okay, so we've got plasteel, adamantine, and provisions so far, I think.
yeah. Yep, right at the top there. 5 provisions, 5 plat steel, and 2 adamantine. And I can't seem to stabilize this any further, so
I guess we're going the orange route?
no, it's either that or we have to take the red route to the Imperium, so...
Yeah, that seems ill-advised.
Okay, so when you click on it, you can, Oh...
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, you click on the route, so that turns... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so, yep, warp travel.
Lord Captain, I hasten to report the disturbing news brought to me by the machine spirits of the ship. The matter is extremely delicate and concerns Lady Cassia. See, since her first day aboard, her presence has been a disturbance to the crew's way of life. If you'll allow, I have prepared a detailed...
Alright, deliver your report.
The first incident occurred immediately after our departure from Europe 5. The Lady Navigator chastised one of the ship's runners, after which he went to his living quarters, killed his family, and then shot himself. The second incident was noted while traversing the warp. The Lady Navigator gave the pilots the wrong instructions, and the void ship was thrown off course for a matter of minutes, but this was enough for the forces of the Immaterium to anger the machine spirits enough for them to start a fire in the service bay. After that, officers living near the Lady Navigator's quarters began to express extreme emotions: hysteria, apathy, euphoria, and rage. This was quite detrimental to crew morale and performance. The last incident was recorded on Footfall. Around 100 living birds were delivered on board during our stay on Footfall. Each bird cost a hefty sum, but I have failed to discover their purpose and subsequent fate.
Try not to laugh up there at the suicide or murder suicide. The previous one.
You should probably try to keep that to unaliving because of Twitch stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, my bad. I forget that the algorithm angers.
Yes.
Yep.
Try not to anger the machine spirits, Agent.
You know the Pope has a AI expert now?
I
should say
had
the Catholic
actually heard
Church
that,
was.
but...
Yep, okay. Yeah, continue.
I was also told about a conflict between the Lady Navigator and the Seneschal. Alas, with no details. If you like, you can ask Master Wersurian directly. Things are even worse with Jai Haidari. I intercepted a Voxcast in which she promised she would, and I quote, end that Kashka if she ever saw her again. Do you know what the term Kashka means? Because I actually
No.
do.
Okay, so that's a Russian term, and it's the equivalent of bitch, but as it applies to cats instead of dogs.
Okay. I don't know why that's so amusing to me.
I'm not sure if the spelling is exactly right, but
I believe it. That's where we get commissars from in this setting.
If I may, Lord Captain, the Lady Navigator's state of mind worries me. She is self-contained. It's not at all, which is why everyone avoids her. Even senior officers can be superstitious. I fear that I'm in a position to talk to her on an equal and improve the situation for the sake of the crew's safety and that of Lady Cassia herself. Better go romance that Kashka.
All right, let's do it. Let's see some new routes here. Okay. Oh, that's a long route back to that in Orange too. What would it cost to that safe again?
well, we can always take the short or the safer route
Long.
if we need.
Yeah, the long route. I just don't like that's like a level 3. But all right, let's check this system before we do anything else.
Okay. Got some probably pirates.
I don't know what the ones to the bottom look like Imperial S ships. The ones up top, I don't know. But
they look like something out of a 1950s vision of space.
Yeah, I'm also kind of wanting to do more ship battles. I feel like I'm slowly getting the hang of them.
Order the crew! Deliver me victory!
Anomalous zone space combat.
Well, there, you haven't. Oh, we didn't even get first attack. All right, sometimes you'll see different types of anomalous zones. Any vessel that enters such a zone, even like pirates, will receive special or positive negative effects. Very cursor of the icon to find more about the zone and adjust your strategy accordingly. For example, the gas and dust cloud deflection is slowed. The dense fog obscures objects in zones, creating heavy resistance for projectiles, thus affecting shooting range and accuracy of your void ship weapons. At the same time, the fog conceals your own position, significantly reducing the enemy's void ship hits. If asteroid fields, a vessel caught in these zones will suffer damage each round, but if you manage to lure an enemy in the zone, you're sure to gain the upper hand and make quick work of them. Okay, so what do we got here? We have destroyer, and a gas and dust cloud. So let's start with Mezzo
We don't want to probably be shooting into the dust cloud if we can avoid it. We want to lure them out of there to take them out. Focus on the other guys in the meantime.
Oh, I will send torpedoes that way.
It's not clear what that will do to torpedoes.
Okay, let's move up here to start with. Okay.
Couldn't quite get them in the range of the lance, huh?
Oh, the forward lance?
Yeah, that's definitely by far your primary weapon.
Was saving it a bit for that guy, which...
Fair enough.
Turn here.
Onward!
Aside from ramming, of course.
Yep. Oh, I could have rammed. I felt like I had a lot more movement that time than normal.
Well, they've worked up nicely for you.
No, the third one still has movement.
Alright, poor torpedoes. Well, at least they distracted them.
Yeah, they sucked up a lot of fire, which
Yeah, so I think the move, ideally, is you want to set yourself up to hit someone with the lance cannon, and then ram them.
not a bad plan.
Leyenda course.
Just out of dorsal, so let's see here. Shields are not doing badly.
Only used during the acceleration phase.
The time has come.
Oh, target must be at least 2 cells away to ram them. That'll do.
Victory is ours.
Oh, hey, we ranked up.
We also got some new weapon of some kind there.
Let's see here. We got a horizon pattern plasma battery. This is a meso macro cannon. 2 shots dealing. No, it's a dorsal. So let's see here. This is, yeah. Meso lance, torpedo tube. So, nope, it does not look like we got much in the way of too much. And yeah, because of our upgraded hull, we're actually tanking through them pretty easily. So maybe that early upgrade was the right idea. But let's clear the system.
Show him who's boss.
This is... Wait, is this technically my territory?
Aldari.
Oh, fuck. No, wait, Shadow Hunter. So... Yeah, enemy launch torpedoes. Before they reach you, torpedoes always fire in salvos. They do not have shields or hull, but every text... Yeah, we have been made aware of torpedoes, so...
And small ships apparently follow the same rules. They have fired a lot of torpedoes.
That they have.
I wonder if you can ram the torpedoes.
Let's not try and find out on that one yet.
Listen, they'll never see that maneuver coming.
I mean, for a fairly good reason, but... Okay, I can't quite get into that, but I can... I think this is the play. Let's put us right in the middle of the two ships. That gave me far less...
Terrible idea.
Movement than I thought it would. Shit.
Because now neither of them are in range of your cannon or your ramming.
The time has come.
You should probably be using the small guns on the torpedoes.
Well, you mean the port or dorsal ones?
Any that you can shoot them with? Like, anything that's not your main gun should probably be firing at torpedoes.
Well, it's...
Because they don't do a lot of damage, but they're multi-hit. Well, they're torpedoing our torpedoes.
Will that work?
Hollow fields, permanent. Oh, projections that disrupt the targeting systems of enemy ships. Each attack made by an enemy has an equal chance of targeting either the real ship or one of its projections. Each time a projection is hit, the hollow field loses 1 charge. So they're using Kage Bunshin no Jutsu.
Okay.
All the more reason to take out those torpedoes first.
Not much I can do that round.
Oh, more torpedoes?
Yeah, they're the same as us. They get to fire a salvo every other round.
At least that other salvo kind of went its own way.
Yep. Alright, let's try this. Really?
It hit a shadow clone.
Lay in the course.
Nothing I can do there. Shields are... meh.
This seems like it could take a while. I'm gonna go grab some water. Try not to get us killed, Captain.
I'm winning this, don't worry.
Son, are you winning?
Yeah. Right. This is... And get into any good firing positions.
Onward!
So we'll move over. No, that's gonna put me in torpedo, isn't that? Shit. That might have been a mistake. Hopefully not a bad one though. Shields are weak and not awful though. That might be bad. Yeah, yeah, that sucked. Ah. Okay, yeah, we got hit with some torpedoes there. That hurt a little bit.
Yeah, torpedoes will definitely ruin your game.
But we have gotten rid of one of them.
Oh, that means he'll be making a lot less torpedoes, which is good.
Yep. And we can hit them with our maid lance. And dorsal? Nope, just out of range. So, all right, let's recharge shields. Oof, okay, yeah, that hurt. And more macro guns. Come on. No. Dorsal's out of range.
We have one shadow clone remaining.
Still out of range, just barely. All right. Oh no, that might. Yeah, no, just outside. But our shields are back up to full now, so. And eat torpedo.
Unfortunate that their torpedoes are still alive.
Wait, why is our Okay, there we go. That's better.
Set the course.
You missed the opportunity to fire on them with the dorsal cannon before moving again.
Yeah, but we should be out of range. Basically, I just want to run away because they'll blow up next turn. And the torpedoes still have to do movement. Yep, so.
The effectiveness of the crew has been recognized as
Wraith bone fragment. Okay, then.
And some scrap, which won't quite be enough to repair all the damage they did to us.
Yeah, but we got rid of those filthy Xeno. All right, let's take a look at
We
these
should probably repair
planets.
the hull.
Oh, sorry, the Order of the Hammer.
Lord Captain, we have received a transmission from Foulstone. It was sent by knights of the Order of the Hammer. Votaries, Saint Cognatius, whose monastery is the only settlement on the planet. Or rather, it used to be. Some time ago, a transport vessel, the Navica, unloaded several thousand refugees from a planet belonging to rogue trader Winterscale. The Order of the Hammer has judged this invasion to be of aggression and is asking for your lordship's protection.
All right, let's resolve this conflict. This looks like diplomacy, not war.
As it pleases your lordship.
Ooh, okay. See, this I really do enjoy. Six score and 11 days after the feast of the passing of Nikondas Keef, champion of faith, disquiet married the calm of monastery of the Order of the Hammer. Countless tortured souls steeped in fear arrived in Foulstone in a starbark. A great apostasy had befallen their home and turned them into abject wanderers seeking help and refugee. Their wicked and cruel captain, the owner of the Navisha, had betrayed them once the unknown souls in his care had made landfall on the world's surface. He most deviously recalled his shuttles and left, thus ridding himself of the duty to care for his unfortunate lot. Not knowing how they would survive on Foulstone, grim wasteland, the forsaken people came to the monastery of the Saint Cognitius, and there they surrounded its walls. They hammered their fists on its gates and implored and wailed, "Take us in, protect us." And what was once a place of serenity and grace has now fallen to dim, disordered, managed within. Numbers brought with them worldly futility and strife, and perhaps also seeds of alluring blasphemies and fiendish heretical lures in their midst. After our prayer, the prelate Hereticus turned his eyes to the past in search of instructions. Prelate Hereticus recalled the first missionaries to set foot on Foulstone's vast wasteland, led by their zeal for serving Saint Cognitius, and those missionaries had received the blessing of Nicomedos Keef, the champion of faith, who had traveled with them in their star boutique to find in this place a humble and pure abode where to cultivate wisdom and piety. On Saint Cognitius, a man of great endeavors, a warrior and a wise artificer, never cowered behind the walls of a librarium, but steeped bravely in the darkness, carrying out light in the palms of his hand. And he commended others to do the same. Not only Foulstone, but many other worlds of the Chronos Expanse bear its imprint. Father did welcome the interlopers warmly as his guests, but he did warn his brother to keep their vigilance. The brethren and sisters of the Order of the Hammer came forth to meet the strangers, carrying water and protein victuals and victuals and medicinal herbs, jugs of promethium. But the crowd came to blows and violence, and blood was spilled, and many were trampled or mauled in the stampede, some of them dwellers of the monastery. When the warriors of the Order of the Hammer donned their flacked cowls and inscribed words of praise to the God Emperor on their tactical visors and went forth ready to render the service in battle, with las guns and bolters, they pierced the interlopers with their chain swords and power flails. They struck them, and the great blood harvest was reaped that day. But the interlopers too scant thought their armaments was, and scanter their skill in battle, slew many among the monastery dwellers for great were their numbers and greater their desperation. The monks fled beyond the walls and raked the Vox Alorum and shut the gates and condemned the armed guards to keep watch over the gates, slaying any who approached. A quarrel broke out. The hungry and the sickly lay siege to the monastery, begging for help. In their spite, they blocked the water collectors and unpowered the genitorium. The faithful, in the meantime, made ready to resist. And a miracle came to pass. The God Emperor sent his champion, his confidant, his right hand.
I don't know what this lever at the bottom does.
I believe that's to switch to history mode.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so players leader of the interlopers and will hold each account for their deeds. So and is a riddle broadening force to fall upon the interlopers and slay as many as could be slain. Extend develop protection over the interlopers, taking them to care and hereby all Foulstone with them. Heretical, leashes armies upon the interlopers, monks alike. Heretical, blade the dwellers, cast an eye over the aftermath of the bloodshed, and depart. Let's put both to trial first. And a number of besiege the rogue trader to take them in and give them shelter and protect them with his own servants and inspect them. Long have we wandered, swiftly have we fled, many a woe and ordeal has befallen us. Many father and son were bred. Now the warp has taken the last of our strength, and we flee no more. Further saying without holy. That's...
Well, there's more to it. And as they speak further, saying, without thy holy protection we are doomed, for we fear annihilation at the hands of our kin who remained behind, for having fallen away from the sublime light of the Emperor, they have descended into bloody sedition and become the murderers of no mercy. Both Prelate Hectarchius, ours is a pure and secluded abode. By worldly futility we are untouched, and so we wish to remain. These unknowing souls seek to capture our abode, avert this calamity of ours, for they are a people malicious and multitudinous and misfated. Then quoth he, if it be thy wish to confer land upon these wretches, confer it, for Foulstone has arid land in abundance. But make it not our duty to care for them, for that is not our path. Provide for them and provide for us, and we shall acknowledge thee as our planetary sovereign, the blessed rogue trader.
Yeah, I kind of like the iron classed rule here, because let's leave the abode as the abode, and the refugees get to till the land. That seems reasonable on everyone's account. And service of the God Emperor, and we'll get a new planet under our rule too, so yay.
Humbly, the Order of the Hammer heeded the God Emperor's confidence, and unsealed the airlocks, and opened the gate of its abode, and brought forth gifts of virtue to relieve the suffering of the ill-stricken. After a prayer, the architects set to work, in accordance with the saint's teachings and the parameters set forth in the standard template construction. They erected spacious living quarters and sturdy fort walls for the planetary militia, and a spacious auditorium wherein to trade and store goods, and a proud censorum within whose walls clerks and servo bondsmen would maintain order and keep statistical records. And a new yet righteous way of life came to Foulstone, and the people rejoiced, and all was good.
Hey, we did good, yay! Oh my god, this is a planetary colony management system now. Holy crap, Owlcat. Did you guys just decide to go absolutely bonkers? Okay, only certain world, usually the most habitable, are suitable for establishing thriving colonies, right for development, completing projects on Any colony events can earn Rogue Trader unique rewards that cannot be attained through any other means. Projects are the backbones of colony development. Completing them requires resources that can be obtained by exploring planets and cosmic anomalies. Completing a project takes time. While you continue your travels through the Chrome's expanse, you will receive notifications on the screen when a project is finished, informing you that the reward can now be claimed. Alright, Domain of the Hammer. Alright. Privilege of the Falsum patrons. However, the Rogue Trader assistance, the Order of the Hammer will retain ultimate authority of the world. Okay, so they'll give me a point, give me 2 profit factor, and give me 1 efficiency. Blocks projects, the High Throne. Alright, and we also get 20 Holy Gifts and an Infernal Sai? 2-handed ranged flame weapon proficiency flamer. Okay, that's a flame.
I mean, each of these has its own special rewards, and we're basically only able to choose one of them.
Yep. I was just kind of going, so profit factor, security, complacency. Gains the Emperor's Retribution feature. +5 critical hit against chaos. 2 gains fate. No one in the crosshair will make a worthier guardian of a sanctuary of faith and the head of the house of Von Blutzians, a marvelous bastille erected in his honor of the world's capital city. With the grand twin statue of the Emperor and the Rogue Trader, thousands of priests will name. Okay, so basically this will give plus 30% to Prow Shield Sector. But that's a lot. The Inferno Gun would be good for Argenta. Ooh, that's got some range on it too. And, you know,
But it is ultimately a replaceable weapon, whereas the other ones are permanent passive bonuses to the ship combat.
Yeah, 5% crit rate against chaos enemies. Yeah, no, that's probably the weakest out of these.
Yeah.
30% Prow Shield Sector. That's really good.
Yeah, that seems pretty decent.
The Dominion of the Hammer, though, also gives us plus 1,000 rep with the followers. Yeah. Which I don't know how big their cult is in this sector, but I feel like that is the kind of the way to go here. Also, +1 efficiency. Where this one gives complacency. Affects the amount of profit factor produced by the colony and speeds production colony, increasing and decreasing them by 10 for each point of complacency repeatedly. So, efficiency or complacency, and then yeah, the middle one. Yeah, no, I really don't care about that. And the Dominion of the Hammer, we're also kind of on there good with because that's the machine cult, isn't it?
It is
and then
a machine cult, I think.
Principle of Ascension, the higher moral standards, most of them are value relics and artifacts. The Reverence Torrance Darsa can be found in the revered Hamas Dosso can be found. Okay, so that's the guy in Footfall. So,
correct.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Oh, that's per rank. Holy crap! Oh my god, this is a single colony. What the? Okay, and then we can Okay.
We can manage them remotely using the colony management screen. That's helpful.
Okay, yeah, that's very helpful. Let's see here. We got here. 7 plat steel. All right, we don't have any extractors left, so we'll come back for that later, I imagine.
I think that might have been something we could just click to obtain it, because it wasn't... Could be wrong.
I know, I think that was a mining point. Like, we'll double check really quick, but yep,
Oh,
extractor.
okay. Yeah.
But that's a mine we can set up later. And Pascal has something to mention to us, so we'll check this and...
Alright, that world's got nothing.
Sorry, plant surface have been detected. Probably occurrence natural minerals high. Alright. Oop, wrong button. Okay, and charge system.
Don't
Okay, and
forget
that's...
to lower the difficulty before we traverse. Especially if we're going to go on an orange line.
Yep, no, I was just kind of seeing what our options here were. Yeah, okay, we'll lower that down to green just because that is an important one there. I'm kind of wondering if we'll go into there later, so... Lord Captain, permission to address you with a request. Our head Triurgen is sabotaging the ship's operation. He has quarantined several Voidsman crews on account of a piddling sickness. People don't even go to the medbay when they come down with it. They just wipe their noses and keep working. Only a dozen or so die from it in a whole year. We're sitting on our hands here, so I ask you to just some sense into him. Last question here, a dry nonchalant response. Great eggs, your lordship. My name is Latrell Fox, and I am the Chirurgeon Majoress of this vessel. As your chief Medicaid specialist, I assure you that the quarantine is well warranted. This piddling sickness has claimed the lives of a number of Meteorus officers in the past. This time I intend to get the epidemic under control, study the disease thoroughly, and develop a proper cure. I hope you will agree that a single period of downtime is a small price to pay for a number of lives that will be saved, the increase in the crew's performance during other such operations in the future. Not to mention the fact that we won't have to waste stimulants due to the affected using them as a crutch to offset their limited working capacity. All right. Now, if you're at work, how do you intend to study this disease? By gathering enough infected individuals together, the illness progression comprehension is comprehending its priorities and finally killing it. The disease goes through several stages, with each containing clues to its nature and vulnerabilities. The residents will have to stay sick for some time until I discover the cure, assuming, of course, the disease is reversible in its final stages. Ferocious officers, charged manner, object to the experiments. No, will agree to being infected. Expect to cure every one of them once you are done. Always ready to be treated and put back to work. If you want test subject, tell the men at arms to provide you with the required number of convicts and other riffraff. Yep, that sounds right. This may limit the potential of the study, but this approach is also acceptable. I will make up for the lack of material with my expertise. Thank you for taking the crew's health into consideration. Should you require my service, you may find me on the bridge, your lordship. Yes, diseases are a big thing. Epidemics are a problem. Get vaccinated, people. And the fact that I work for a drug manufacturer has nothing to do with that.
Lord Captain, I bring dire news. A feud is broken out between the clans that maintain children. Was it that the late Theodora was seen on lower decks, and so one of the families called for rebellion against the usurper of the void ship? That is, you. So far,
No one believes their mad tales, but unrest has already begun at the fringes of the compartments. The Void Ship's enforcers are ready to eliminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. Decision was...
They dare rebel. Destroy the clan.
I'll see to it, Lord Cap.
Although that doesn't really seem like the Voxmaster's job to deal with, but okay.
I feel, yeah, I'm there with you there. I feel like, okay,
Hero Daily Beat and Bonk also, you're small and cute today, and fun fact of the day, the first ballistic missile submarine was launched from Greytown, Connecticut, US, on June 9th, 1959.
Okay. Hat 123 us. That's
Thank you for the follow.
yeah, an interesting fact. What the hell is this? All right, that's Administratum. Actually, where the hell was my Manufactorum world at? Anyways, because this is my Agri world. That's my it's like over here, isn't it?
Sorry.
All right, let's visit this world then. Ah, that's an interesting fact. Lord Captain, according to the telemetry, the parameters of this system match that of Tekos Ellipson, home of the Agri-World Jonas that belongs to the Von Valencian dynasty. We have received a Vox message from the planet. The Agri-World Governor officially welcomes the rogue trader and reports she has begun preparations for a formal reception to celebrate the arrival of the planetary sovereign. Your subjects are looking forward to your visit.
How is everyone doing tonight?
Doing well.
We're doing well. A little bit. Let's scan these worlds. I doubt we'll get anything out of them. Oh, goods. More fuel. No, plasma batteries. Ooh, that's cool.
Reminder to repair the hull.
Yeah, I was gonna wait till we get to our planet. 3 plate steel there. Although, would you be okay with calling it here? Because I get the feeling the minute we sit down here, we are going to be in for a mountain of dialogue and story.
That's fair. No, I don't believe you did say the good news about this month. At least not to me.
I have not heard this. But, like I said,
my dad started HRT this month.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, congrats. Well, I think we are going to call it here. Yuki, do you have anyone you would like to raid tonight?
Let's see.
Because I believe I got last time.
Well, Lucifer's streaming at the moment. We could always raid Hoots.
Alright, that sounds good. Alright, everybody. That is going to be it for tonight. We should be continuing back on our normal schedule of 2 or 3 Rogue Trader streams and then 2 or 3 weeks of, oh shit, stuff's hitting the fan again. We can't do this at the moment. Other than that, I should be back Tuesday with Pix and Kigu as we're switching over our nights because of my new schedule. Yuki, when can they see you next?
I imagine I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. I might use that opportunity to show off a little bit of the new Mario Kart.
Ooh, got yourself a Switch too.
Sure
yes, for anyone else following, if you have me on Bluesky, my weekly schedule should be going up shortly after stream. But for the rest of you, have a good night, and we'll catch you later.
You probably have hit the start raid button too. everybody. Matini!